Hi, everybody. I was just reading Exodus 16 yesterday, and one of the things that you find in Exodus 16 is that the Lord, He has Israel grumbling. He has them, they don't have food to eat now, and instead of exercising the faith that should have been imparted to them by looking at all the miraculous signs He's done, they start to grumble. And we read how the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. See, when we read this, the thing that comes to mind is the goodness of God. He answers their grumbling, but they had to go out and gather enough. It was not going to come into their tents. It was just out of their reach. And so it required them to leave their tents, gather what the Lord provided. And they had to do it, just every day. And so we pray the same prayer, give us this day our daily bread. Yet we want to stay in our tents and expect that our tummies will be full. We are living in unprecedented times, and the reality is that God is God. He hasn't changed. It's the same unprecedented times that the nation of Israel went through. We're going through times that in my lifetime I haven't seen this. And we know that He will provide for us. We know He has provided for us. But you need to understand that you need to gather enough. And the word today is really, are we gathering enough? Because see, you can pray till you're blue in the face, but you got to understand that the nature of God doesn't change. So in Deuteronomy 7:1, He says, and when the Lord, it goes on and says, when the Lord your God has delivered you delivered them over to you, you have defeated them, you must totally destroy them. And God is talking about the 7 nations that are more powerful than Israel. And He says, hey, I'm going to give them to you, but you need to defeat them. I'm going to give them to you, but you need to destroy them. I think, wow, it's quite a strange thing that God says, I'm giving you something, but you need to go and fight for it. Because in our carnal mentality, we don't get it. We normally think if He's giving us victory, then we don't need to fight for that victory. The reality is He's given us the victory, but we still need to go out there and make it happen. We got to go out there and collect the manna. We got to go out there and collect our daily bread. We got to go out there and defeat the enemy, recognizing and walking in the faith that He's already given us victory. And so I really want to encourage you this morning, let's get out there and get it done. Let's trust the Lord for wisdom so that we'll start to see opportunities like we've never seen before. That our mindsets won't be locked in an old way of thinking, but we'll recognize that, hey, we do need to hustle. We do need to step out the boat and walk on water, but God is there. And don't allow the limitations of your mindset. Don't allow the words that may have been spoken over your life that people would have said, hey, you're not going to make it. People may have said, hey, they don't see anything good coming out of you. Don't allow that to limit you, because the reality is God is in complete control. God is not surprised, and God is still our daily bread. That just means that we now need to just get out of our tents. And I know I'm talking about getting out of the tent during a lockdown, but what I mean is our tent can also speak of our limitations and the way our carnal mind thinks. And so what we thought was our provision may not be. What brought in the money previously may not bring it. But that doesn't limit you from walking and living a victorious life. Yeah, it might be time to hustle, but the reality is God's in it. And as long as God is in it, you will be more than victorious. And so I want to bless you with that. I want to encourage you with that. And I want you to know that as we recognize that He is our daily bread, there's stuff that we've got to do to get there. So be encouraged, be blessed. And if there's anything that you want us to pray for as well, please just comment in the bottom, and we'll get our teams to be praying for you guys. We love you very much. Take care.